Marking the unofficial end to season, the Easter holiday is squarely behind us. It leaves us with a window to enjoy spring with a little less fuss. Our first story was right under our nose. You've read her stories, but her personal narrative is just as entertaining. Harriet Heithouse is always ready to spring into action, whatever it takes. She's been on the job for almost half a century. We take a closer look in a feature fixture.
I've been lucky to do all kinds of things, from covering the Republican and Democrat national conventions to sitting in with a Philharmonic to painting.
I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. As we look at topics relating to spring, a member of our own team comes to mind. Arts correspondent Harriet Heithouse isn't exactly a spring chicken, she'll be the first to admit, but she embraces multimedia reporting like someone a fraction of her age. Coupled with her command of all things culture, she is a feature fixture in the newsroom. By any measure, Harriet Heithouse is a force to be reckoned with, pounding the pavement under deadline pressure for 47 years.
I've been in newspaper work since 1970. That's a long, long time.
As a cub reporter in Troy, Ohio, she covered the usual beats, city government, schools, that sort of thing. As the years passed, Harriet developed artitude.
I've always liked the arts. I've always enjoyed music. I've always enjoyed going to museums, so it was a natural, frankly.
At the Naples Daily News, she's recognized as a culture aficionado, delivering daily features and a weekly artitude column, keeping pace with reporters who weren't even born when she penned her first article.
There are many of them who look at me quizzically when I start talking about certain rock stars from back in the day, but I also learn from them.
Think how much newspapers have changed in the last century in the way we consume information.
In some ways, I'm sorry to see it because people don't read as much, but in other ways, I think it's exciting to have video. I really like the addition to that.
Like it, Harriet lives it.
I generally try to include a video component, occasionally a Facebook Live, but quite often a video that runs with the story.
If she's not shooting her own video, she's on camera interviewing her subject.
How long did it take you to come up with what you wanted on the Mayor Princess's head?
Oh, I knew right away.
Or broadcasting live from an event.
We are reporting from the Women's March in Naples again.
Quick to pick up social media.
I'm still better at Twitter than I am at Facebook. I love Twitter, and I love Instagram too.
She shares her stories with a wider audience.
If I do a review, I want to send it out to Symphony Magazine. I want to send it out to people way outside our circulation area.
At an age when many have retired, Harriet is kicking up her heels. A few months ago, she donned full gear for a story on sword fighting.
That came from Instagram. See, I get some of my greatest ideas from the new media.
And she kicked off her heels for another feature on wine-fueled shoe painting. Does it kind of give you a different perspective than just writing the story as an observer?
It does. Frankly, it was as scary as the sword fighting because there you are with a blank canvas.
At the end of the day, it's about making a connection, informing and entertaining, staying relevant. Over the years, her methods have changed, but her mission has not.
Keep fighting for the long, serious, hard story because it's worth it. But also have some fun.
If you want to keep up with Harriet Heithouse, you may have to follow her on Twitter. That's at NBN_Harriet Heit. That brings this edition of Behind the Headlines to a close. Thank you for joining us. You can always catch up on past episodes by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the left-hand side under Quick Links, select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week.